Alright, let's begin. Mom, I don't want to go to Dad's house for Thanksgiving. She's so unfair all the time. Well, I don't have to stand for this. I packed my bag, stepped out the back door, and ran away from home. I'm about to tell you a story about a young girl named Mia, who, like millions of people every year, is a victim of human trafficking. While the story I'm about to tell you is fictitious, it is based on many very real facts about the tragic status quo. Researchers such as the Human Trafficking Hotline estimate that 56% of prostituted women were formerly runaways, like Mia. Mia is 13 years old, which makes her just about the average age of trafficked young girls. And in this story, she will be approached by a trafficker, kindly on the street, who will welcome her into his home, but soon begin to sell her body against her will. On the streets, it's very cold, and I ran out of money yesterday. I'm freezing and afraid, and he came to me on the streets and told me I looked cold. I was cold. In his car, it's so much warmer, and for a bit of time, life is better. He lets me stay at his apartment where there's food and warmth. I'm not hungry or cold, and I'm not on the streets anymore. But soon, he came to me and told me that the work was beginning, and he introduced me to my first client. He crushed a pill into my water, and then I couldn't move. Globally, human trafficking profits about $150 billion a year, according to the Human Trafficking Center. As I said, Mia is 13 years old, which is right in the age rate of entryway for prostituted young girls. And this customer is not her last. She is now a slave, prostituted by people who were initially so kind to her. I Know You Listen by SarahBeth. The next morning, when I woke up and regained consciousness, he took me to my new home, which had 3 rooms full of girls who looked like death. I don't know where I am, and I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's going on. Hey, you can't do that here. You've got to stop crying. What are you talking about? Who are you? My name is Alexa. Don't be afraid. I work here. Alexa, what's happening? How do we leave? I would like to leave here. Oh. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It was then that I began to realize the truth that was so miserably painted on Alexa's face as she apologized over and over again. You don't leave. There is no leaving. From then on, I was made to service about 20 men a day, and if I refused to do as he said, he would threaten me at gunpoint until I did as he asked. We had to hand over all the money to him. We couldn't keep any of it for ourselves, and the girls who hoarded money were severely punished. It was dark, but I still made myself pray. God, it's hard to believe that you watch over even places like this. I can't see how your light could spread to here. I'm so alone. He says that we deserve this, but the men, they beat us. And I don't think he's right. I just want to see my family again. I just want to see my family. Mia, you've been hoarding money. Hand everything over. No, get off of her. No! It's okay, Mia, he's gone. I'm so sorry. It's okay, Alexa. No, it's not okay. Nothing about this is okay. If we just hold up hope, someone will come for us, eventually. Mia, I've seen girls live and die here, but we are children of God, human beings. No, we aren't. Not here. Have you learned nothing? Do you think there's a life for me out there, huh? Do you think that our pastor's lining up to show me off as the newest productive member of their congregation? You think I know where my parents live? I don't even know where we are, Mia. I wouldn't last out there for 2 days, and neither would you. Not human beings, dollar signs, crack addicts, prostitutes. And you can keep pressing and pressing on this fantasy that there is something redeemable about the lives we live, but it won't be true. Not today, and not tomorrow either, so do what you have to do to get through the day and keep living. but don't expect me to participate in your wild delusion. I prefer it if you wake up, Mia. Wake up. I was 13. I knew very little about health or drugs or abuse. But it became clear even to me that Alexa had been drugged up and abused for 7 years. And now she was at her breaking point. Her mind began to collapse in on itself, and soon after, she died in the night by overdose. I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but in one of the late hours, he came and took her away, and I knew. She was the only love I found in the darkest place on earth, and she died in a pool of her own vomit, tears streaming down her face, drained of hope, believing every lie she had ever been told. Despite all the times I had sobbed in her arms that night, I felt nothing. No tears, no ache. From then on, everything was numb. I didn't cry when I woke up from nightmares. My soul became undetectable. There was no sign of life in me. But I still made myself pray. God, where is life and where is light and where are you? I am lost. And you haven't given me a way to be found again. But I know that you listen. Everyone down, no one move. What's going on? Hey, we're the police. Don't be afraid. We're here to help. 5 policemen ushered us out, shocked and unaware. They drove us to the police station. Our whole bodies shaking. They found us. They came for us. Everything in my brain was frayed and on fire. I knew I would be seeing my family soon. They won't love me anymore. I'm not the person that they knew, and everything in me wanted to be pushed away because they took away my life for a long time. And they took away Alexa's forever. I remember distinctly the faces of so many of those men who are still out there paying for those services still, and no one will ever know or care. No one cares. No one cared enough to stop the guy pulling a 13-year-old to the street. They neglect to teach their sons that women have value, and they neglect to teach their daughters that they are worth more than their bodies. So, when you're in a brothel, chained to 5 other girls as men come to size up your value, what do you think? What do you think? What does that do to you? Can you imagine? Try to imagine. Try to imagine being a slave. Alexa was a victim. Why did they do that to her? So I began pushing it all away and locking everything up and shoving it all down, but then all of a sudden I saw my mother enter across the lobby. She clung to my sister and I breathed again. Mom, I see them. They're right there. And all of a sudden I remembered Alexa and the love that she had shown me, and I remembered mine too. I had forgotten that I had forgotten how to live. Now I will live again. This story, though fictitious, is based on many real facts about the real world. And while in this story, Mia clung to God and found a way out, many end up more like Alexa, never hearing the gospel, never reaching hope. Deaths like Alexa's are not uncommon, but as a culture, we've become lenient on men who exploit women. What I've learned from my experience volunteering with North Star Initiative, a Christian organization that rehabilitates formerly trafficked women, is that the issue of human trafficking isn't fabricated or exaggerated. It is very real and very relevant. We are dealing with human beings. It's not a game, and it never was. I challenge you all to approach this issue with love and ferocity by educating your children and spreading awareness about this issue. Thank you.